Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to your Akim pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. In today's lesson, is going to be dealing with, I saw a post I came across where you had this guy, this Jake, and he had two wives. And in the caption, it says, "This man has two wives, and they both get along. What is your opinion of this? Is it right or wrong?" So I really don't even want to. I really don't want to make this lesson, but the Spirit is having me make this lesson. For brothers that that teach, sometimes a bunch of precepts just start coming into your head, and like, man, the Spirit is pushing you to talk about something like really I had no intention of even speaking on. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm not gonna fight the Spirit. But I think I'm gonna call this lesson "All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient." All right, all things are lawful, but all things aren't expedient. All right. So no, having two wives, having multiple wives is not unlawful. You can do it, man, according to the scriptures. Nothing wrong with it. But if you're in this ministry, you're in this truth, right? You have a higher ranking position. It's not always expedient to have a bunch of wives or to be running through multiple women, man. It's really not. Okay? And that's just coming straight out from the scriptures. And I'm going to grab scriptures to support what I'm saying. Because brothers find out they can have multiple women, this many wives, this and the other, which you can. But if you're about this business and you're about this work, women a lot of times are distractions, man. All right? Women are distractions. And especially a woman can pull you off your task. A woman can keep you giving them attention instead of giving the ministry attention. Woman can have a lot of consequences, man. All right? Now, in the kingdom, of course, brother's going to have wives, a bunch of children. But right now on this side, that's not always expedient. That's not always the best route to go, is what I'm going to say. The first scripture I'm going to get is in the book of Deuteronomy 17 and 15, right? And this is dealing with a king and who should be a king over Israel, and how they should be. This is Deuteronomy 17 and 15. "Thou shalt in any wise set a king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose, one from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not from thy brother. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as the Lord have said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold." So if you were in a leadership position, in this example, he's dealing with a king, the parameters of a king being over Israel and what he should do. Speaking in that time, even the multiplying of the wives, man, because many wives stretch you thin, man. They want time, they want access, they want attention. And when you're in this ministry, a lot of times your center, your focus is on doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And when you're spread thin like that, by your mindset is, oh, I got to get in front of some woman every minute of the day, that's not the correct spirit to be in, point blank. It's not, man. All right? From there, let's move on. Let's grab bear with me. Let's go to the book of 1 Timothy 3 and 1. It says, "This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desire for good work." Right? A bishop must be blameless, the husband of one wife, So that right there just cuts that question that whoever posed that on that photo, you know, is it okay to do? They wouldn't even say the husband of one wife, meaning to be in that leadership position, to be in that bishop position, right? It's best to have one wife, right? That's what the scriptures say. It says vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy, of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, right? One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. And it named a whole bunch of things, but I'm dealing with the example of a husband of one wife, man. All right. When your attention is already spread thin, if you're working a full-time job, you might have kids, right? You got a woman, and then you're trying to multiply women on top of that, especially in this condition. It's just not expedient, man. 100% not expedient, from what I've seen. And I've seen the downfall of a lot of brothers trying to live that lifestyle. Everybody can't do that, right? Everybody not built like that. But in all honesty, right, the scriptures say how we should be, man. Okay? This work requires a sacrifice, man. This work requires trade-offs. All right? And also thinking, hey, you're out there going through women, slaying through women, right? And Jake, you picking up a woman and then you ghost her ass or, deal with her and then stop talking to her. You're adding to that saying, man, a wicked and adulterous generation. You're adding to it, to be quite frank. All right? We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard out here, especially dealing with, another Israelite woman, man. All right? We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. Jake just do things because they can and don't really think of the repercussions of doing that, man. All right? You dealing with a woman, you want to get another woman, so you toss this one to the side. She started dealing with another man, and you just continue that cycle, man. But as an Israelite, hey, sometimes we gotta make the sacrifices, man. We gotta know when to fold them and know when to, not deal. Or if we're gonna deal, we gotta deal according to the scriptures. Now, in no way I'm saying stay with a broad that's out of order, trying to keep you from doing this work, that's trying to keep you from doing this truth. That's a whole nother thing, right? But if she still is pleased to be dwelling with you and want to deal with you, but you just want to put her away, right? And so you can get something else, so you want to keep her and get something else and get something else and get something else. All those little things are going to pull away from this truth, man. All right? Your desires are going to pull you farther away from this truth. All right? Let's keep going. From there, I'm going to go into the book of 1 Corinthians. Actually, I'm going to grab this one. It's 1 Corinthians 6:12. It says, all things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Right? And the point is, things are lawful. Yeah, you can have multiple wives. Yeah, you can have this. Right? Keyword wives. And we have the understanding of when you penetrate, you have sex with a woman, according to the scriptures, according to the Bible, becoming one, that's your wife, man. That's your woman. All right? I know a lot of brothers don't look at things like that, but hey, you should, man. A lot of things brothers do, you might be ending up accountable for these things. All right? From there, we're going to stay in Corinthians and go into 1 Corinthians 7. And let's start at 27. It says, art thou bound to a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife. Right? And if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. And that's the truth. That's true right there. It's like you. Hey, that's true right there. You're gonna have trouble in the flesh. right? Let me keep going. It says, and the more women you have, the more troubles you're going to have, man. So that picture, talking about they both get along, hey, they might get along, they might not get along, but I often would say not, especially in this wicked ass world we live in, man, where these women are completely out of order for the most part. This is verse 29. But this I say, brethren, that time is short, it remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, right? So like I said, this time requires a more diligent focus, man, okay? About being in this ministry, feeding the flock, doing the things that you need to do. It can't be about women all day, all right? See what else I got. And to add to that, this is Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, right? So you got to consider the time, the season that we're in, the job we're required to do, the focus that we are required to have. And when you're multiplying wives into yourself, juggling females all day, man, and that's on your mind all day, and you're really doing a disservice to doing this work, man. All right? You're doing a disservice, especially if you're not giving it your all, man. If you're Superman and you can do it, hey, have at it, man. It's not to you. But I'll say most guys can't do it like that, right? Let me see what else I got. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, Spirit wanted me to talk about this. I wasn't planning on talking about this or dealing with this subject, right? But hey, we already stressed out and have enough on our plate a lot of times, man. Right? So trying to multiply, get all these women or have all these women or run through a whole bunch of women, a lot of times is not the right move to make right now. That's why I read that scripture. There's a time and season for everything under the sun. All right? But that's the point. I'm going to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and shalom the next time.